And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to read this story again because it has arrived after a week. So yeah. Anyways, hello there everyone, my name is Ren and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be doing a read-through for Volume 4, Chapter 2, Rabbit of Caerbannog. So yeah. The second half of the story is now here and I can't wait to read it again. So, last we left up, it wasn't really looking good for Kaya because the revolution has begun from the Red Winter Labor Party. So, yeah, it's not a good look for someone in politics. So, yeah. Anyways, can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the story. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The next day, while making my way through the city to meet with the Rabbit Squad, I said no. Shouldn't a bakery student know the rules? This individual isn't suspicious. They live in the neighborhood. Hello, Kirino. You look... I still can't get over your faces, so yeah. Just yesterday, I talked to them about egg prices in front of the station, as I often do. I'll take full responsibility if anything happens. Can't you just let them through? We can't subvert the law because some kid says a suspicious individual is okay. If you disagree with the protocol, take it up with the right department. If bakery students aren't able to protect and ensure the safety of the citizens, then who is? Mind explaining the situation here. Thank goodness, Sensei! Charles Sensei! This citizen is from this neighborhood. They need to do... my god, I'm messing up! They needed to use the subway to get to their doctor's appointment. But then this Kaiser security guard blocked our way, saying that regulations had changed and started doing this inspection. We're just following protocol. Regulations allow us unilateral authority to perform routine inspection. Oh my god! Why do I keep messing up? Inspections at any time. With the recent changes in the student council, there have been a rise in the number of terror threats. In accordance with the new administrative order for DU public transportation safety, citizens entering the subway need a round-trip ticket receipt, government transport permit, a subway map, and a copy of their DU City Library record. I didn't realize it took so much paperwork to access public transportation. I fail to see how a borrowing record impacts their ability to sit on a train. If a book isn't returned because someone's in another district for too long, it'd be quite the hassle for our librarians. It's a new measure enacted by the Interim General Student Council for a safer Kivotos. We thank you for your continued cooperation. But I only have my ticket. I had no idea I'd need so many documents for the subway. Borrowing records? Why, I haven't borrowed from the city library in, well, I can't even remember how long. No documents, no entry. If you can't produce the required I'm sorry guys, I'm a bit stuttery. Required documents. Find another way to your appointment. But there aren't any buses. Should I walk? It's about an hour walk to the hospital. I don't know if my stomach can take that. This is clearly a medical emergency. Getting him to the hospital should be our top priority right now. An individual's personal circumstances are not an excuse for non-compliance. We provided citizens ample notice about the new policies before they were enacted. It is the citizens' responsibility to obey the law, regardless of any inconvenience to themselves. That's... wow. You cannot say that in front of a police officer, whoever you are. So, the people does not live to serve the law. The law serves... I messed that up. The law exists to serve the people. Did I hear you correctly just now? Do you have an issue with what I said? Are you, a Valkyrie police student, attempting to undermine the authority of Kaiser security granted by none other than acting President Kaya? I can already see the headlines. Valkyrie student goes on a rampage downtown. Can the police school still be trusted? I never wanted a fight, but if this is how you choose to conduct yourself... Kirino, stop! Yamete kudasai. Yo, fancy a ride on the subway tonight? Woo? Hey! Hello, Kana. If the issue here is paperwork, I might be able to assist. Director Kana! Do you intend to escort the civilian to the city office to retrieve the mandated paperwork? Do I look like a tour guide to you? We can sort everything out here. Ticket receipts are electronic and sent automatically. Just check your email. Oh, it's right here in my spam folder. A receipt from the transportation department. What's next? The transit permit. We've recently added a clause to include a grace period after these new policies were enacted. Valkyrie students have authority to give out interim permits while the grace period is active. The permit form, Kirino, sign the bottom. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. You can get a subway map for free from the station. That just leaves the library record. The DU City Library automatically gets rid of any borrowing records that haven't shown activity for 2 or more years. This citizen fits that category, which exempts him from that requirement. Are we good then? Get schooled, security guard. It appears so. Proceed. Thank you so much. I'll never forget this. Back for one day and already up to my neck in work. That was amazing, Director Kana. Thank you so much. If it weren't for you, that citizen... Nakatsuka Kirino. Wait, Nakatsukasa. Wait. It was Nakatsukasa, right? Nakatsukasa, yeah. Ma'am? What were you thinking putting your hand on your weapon? You ran into some Kaiser security guards who wouldn't listen to you, so your first instinct was to open fire in the middle of the city? No, ma'am. Not at all. I wasn't going to shoot. The guard refused to listen to reason, so my plan was to deploy a smoke grenade and help the civilian escape. One smoke grenade against Kaiser security guards armed with the best technology known to Kivotos? I see your point. You need to learn to think. Bureaucracy should always be your first. What was all that commotion? I heard the Valkyrie student picked a fight with the Kaiser guard and they really got into it. It must have been over one of the new regulations. I don't blame her, honestly. Let's relocate somewhere more private. You owe me a cup of coffee for bailing you out there. Yes, ma'am. I'll get you 10 cups if you'd like. There's a place nearby that has the fluffiest donuts too. I don't like donuts, but I'll take the coffee. You have one in your hand. What do you mean? Three coffees, please, and a chocolate donut set. What's the occasion, Sensei? I was supposed to pay for it. A token of gratitude for our hard-working Valkyrie officers. As your teacher, I can at least do this much. This can just be one dialogue. I think I like this better though. The world might be flipped on its axis right now, but somehow you always manage to stay exactly the same, Sensei. Here you go, 3 coffees and a chocolate donut set. It looks delicious. The specialty donuts here are my favorite. Fubuki's the one who showed me this cafe. I love how well the donuts and coffee pair together. Since the use of bittersweet dark chocolate when you have it at the same time as the coffee. Up until now, Kivotos has been protected by novices. The Bakery Police School officers are, at the end of the day, students who care more about finding the next best donut shop than public safety. Kaiser Security, on the other hand, has a team of seasoned former PMC units on call at all times. We are prepared and capable of providing the best security technology can offer under any circumstances. In the DU alone, under the guidance of the acting student council President Kaya, we have tightened security, established rigorous inspection points, and managed to cut down crime rates by a solid 50%. At Kaiser Security, our commitment is to restore peace and order in DU. Peace, huh? Sounds nice. Yes, it does. Sensei, I did not expect alkaline tears to be this early. Sensei, I heard you turned down Kaya's reform proposal. I didn't have time to look at it too closely, but you didn't have much to lose from what I could tell. Which leads me to believe the refusal is more principle-driven. You've summed it up well. If it was just a simple pacifying gesture, then sure, go crazy with your principles or whatnot. But I don't think I need to remind you that saying no to Kaya is never that simple. She's hardly one to ever let sleeping dogs lie. Kana, you acted on your principles when you helped me, didn't you? Well, yeah. That was a nice moment. We all have to stick to our guns every once in a while, don't we? Speaking of, I'm glad to see you up and about again. How are you doing? Are you cleared for the field again? More or less, but... I've resigned my position as the Public Peace Bureau Director. To be more exact, I've been temporarily relieved of my position. If it was retaliation for helping me, I can't have you taking responsibility for my decisions, Sensei. Regardless of the situation at the time, the department's director can't and shouldn't break protocol, ever. Instead, I defied direct orders from my superiors and fought allies with hostile intent. Even if I made the right call in the end, I still have to hold myself accountable. The more we bend the rules, make exceptions, the easier it becomes for bad characters to manipulate them. I went into this knowing I'd have to pay the price, and I'm at peace with it. Honestly, I'm glad it wasn't worse. But there were things I didn't plan for. A lot of Public Peace Bureau students followed and supported my insubordination. They met the same fate I did, and now we have no bureau providing security for the citizens. Which is also how Kaya was able to pivot. Actually, I don't know how to say that. DU's security to Kaiser's control so smoothly. Kaiser is the largest and most successful corporation in Kivotos. They have means and experience well outside of what the Public Peace Bureau was able to provide. I trust they can maintain Kivotos' and police laws and regulations. But what does bother me is how tight these regulations have gotten and the massive increase in guards. Other companies besides Kaiser Corporation are pretty much sidelined. Citizens are staying indoors, afraid of the paramilitary level forces that are marching through their neighborhoods. It's actually like, this is just martial law, isn't it? Sure, crime rates have gone down, but do the ends justify the means here? I have to admit, I haven't been sure of much these days. The only thing I can do is hope my decision wasn't the wrong one. You made the call you thought was right, that's all that matters. You don't need to defend me. Everything the villain does in the story has to catch up to her eventually, right? Honestly, I should have stepped down a long time ago. Now I'm not sure if I've lost my opportunity. You're not some third-rate villain, Director Kana. Kirino? You have exceptional aim, your admin work is impeccable, and despite all your experience, you still genuinely care. I can't just sit around and listen to you talk down about yourself anymore. Not when so many of us at Bakery look up to you. I train every day, hoping to be half as good as you one day, Director Kana. Sadly, Kirino, you could train twice a day every day and still wouldn't be a quarter as good as me. Director, my heart! But I could say the same for myself. I could never become a member of the Public Safety Bureau and gain the faith and trust of the citizens like you have. You might be a lousy shot, but you've really proven yourself. Director Kana! Aww. Oh my god. Down with Acting General Student Council President Kaya! We deserve a 2-day work week! Cede to our demands or I'll eat all your pudding! Where did these guys come from? No matter what we do, they just keep cropping up like flies. We can't do our jobs with them always in the way. We need backup! Backup! Time for work, Kirino. Let's go. It doesn't matter who's in charge of security. We still have our duty as Bakery students. We'll provide backup. Yes, ma'am. See you around, Sensei. Thank you for the donuts, Sensei. That was a nice moment. I finished my coffee and headed out to Kusagi Park to see the Rabbit Squad members. I'm back! Where did everyone go? I even brought some high-quality beef lunch bentos. Oh no. Sensei, you might be going into a trap. I searched all throughout their encampment, but it was a ghost town. They better not have done anything to me, you. Finally, I found their old sleeping tent with only a letter left inside. This is... Dear Sensei, hello, this is Miyako. I'm sorry that I'm delivering this news in a letter. Starting today, we are officially ending our Kosagi Park occupation and protest to rejoin our senior classmates. When we talked, I truly did believe in what you told me and the things we discussed. But with Acting President Kaya supporting the revival of the SRT Academy, our protest no longer had a cause. I couldn't justify asking my squad members to continue living under these conditions when there was no longer a fight to rally behind. Aww. Living in the park has been hard. Scrounging for expired bentos and stealing barrels just to have somewhere to bathe. I can't forget how difficult it was for my squad members when we first moved here. But despite all that, your support was invaluable. I don't want you to think it wasn't. Any one of those struggles I mentioned would have brought us to our knees had you not been there to pick us back up. Every single time. It's thanks to you that we can now look forward and accept support from others too. All their needs will be met. We can follow Saki's regimented daily routine, and Moe will have enough firepower to blow up Kibotos. I'm just kidding, I hope. Even Mihu will finally get to have that comfy bed she's always wanted. Aww! Aww, that's so sweet! It wasn't an easy decision. It required sacrificing my principles. But maybe my principles were wrong. At the end of the day, A weapon that can serve its purpose is useless, right? Hmm. You know, a weapon does not need to what do you call this? It does not need to hurt, you know? It can just be used for defense. You can't do it all for offensive things. You can't just use a weapon for offense. You know, I forgot what I was about to say, bruh. Never mind that. Moving on. I do hope this decision was best for everyone. I'm sorry I didn't discuss this with you first. I wanted to ask you for advice in person at first. I wanted to know what you thought of my choice. But I felt that hearing your voice would have made me second guess myself. So I hope you understand why this letter is the only thing will help you as a goodbye. We put you through a lot, didn't we? Thank you, Sensei. We'll come back to clean up the park and gather our supplies after completing our operation. I hope our paths cross again one day, maybe in a different place, in a different world. Sincerely, Miyako of the Rabbit Squad. Clean up what was left behind. It's kinda sad. I teared up actually. Place of the coordinates. This is where they said to meet them. This is the biggest training facility I've ever seen, if that's even what it is. Oh, we're so far out. Well, there was a whole facility all the way out here. Weird. It doesn't show up on satellite images. ECM devices, blocking cameras maybe? This was an SRT Academy training facility before the council person disappeared. It was meant to serve as a base of operations in the event of an emergency, so its very existence was highly confidential. This is my first time here as well. You've made your choice? Hello again, Yukino. Yukino. Reporting. I have received orders that Tsukiyuki, Miyako, and the other three members of the Rabbit Squad are to join the Fox Squad. As squad leader, I hereby disband the Rabbit Squad and transfer authority of its members to Fox Squad leader, Shichido Yukito. Confirmed. As of now, Tsukiyuki, Miyako, and the three members of our squad will serve as an active unit under the Fox Squad. Welcome to the Fox Squad, Squad Leader Tsukiyuki. Thank you. There they are. I found the rabbits. You took your sweet time. We've been waiting. Otogi and Kurumi. Oh, Saki looks so happy. Thank you for coming all the way here. Are you hungry? Or would you like to shower first? Why did you hit us with the wipe line? Wow. Oh my god. Shower? We get to shower in our room? Absolutely. Cleanliness is vital for combat readiness. No matter how dire the situation, you can train efficiently if you're not. Sorry, I forgot. Not at all. We were the ones who chose to live in a park. Well, I'm happy to say we're equipped with showers and individual beds for each of you. Please make yourself at home. Thank you! I'm exhausted. I just want a good shower and a soft bed. That does sound nice, but before that... We are starting all of your specialty training routines. Up and at 'em, bonbons! Oh no, it's Hell Week! Specialized training right now? Based on recent observations, your combat skills need sharpening a lot. Considering it a bonding activity, we'll get to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses. Rabbit Squad, gear up and meet at the training area. Just when I thought I could finally experience luxury and comfort in my poor hard knock life. We're going to get special training directly from our seniors. No dilly-dallying, unpack and gear up now. You're probably the only one in SRT history to be excited about surprise training. Damn, the David Goggins mentality. Everyone should adopt it, to be honest. Stay hard! Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? At least there are showers. You don't have to worry about being sticky with sweat. Since our adorable underclassmen are here, I'll have to put in some extra effort in today's dinner menu. Miyako, everything okay? Oh, everything's great. Yeah, everything's great. Is it? Why is the title Shock and Fear? Shouldn't it be Shock and Awe? Unless it's actually scary. I have one condition. More of a request, if you will. For the Red Winter office to take responsibility for and disband the protesters from your school. Can we shake on that, President Cherino? My most hated character, aside from Beatrice the Bitch. It seems you are confused, Acting General Student Council President. You see, I am not simply a president. I am the Student Council President of Red Winter Academy, head of... I refuse to respond to such a paltry title. Yes, Red Winter Academy, Student Council President, and the head of the various departments, Cherino. Back to the matter at hand. Head of various departments, you trivialize my position, I'll have you purged. Why is this little child in front of me so attached to these fake positions no one cares about? I know, right? Why do they have a literal 9-year-old to be their president? It doesn't make sense. Please excuse me, great leader Cherino, but the protesters hindering the General Student Council's ability to carry out its responsibilities is a pressing concern. They are causing civil unrest all over the EU. An external security review confirmed that most of these troublemakers are students from Red Winter Academy. As the EU's Chief of Defense and the Acting General Student Council President, I am firmly demanding the Red Winter Office take accountability. Now that you mention it, the Labour Party has been unusually quiet, so that's their game. What's their grievance that they're protesting this time? That's a good question, great leader Cherino. These students are demanding not just free pudding rations and an unrealistic 2-day work week, but they're also initiating a coup. Is that so? And does that giant hat block your hearing? A coup! A rebellion! They're trying to topple the General Student Council itself! As the Acting General Student Council President responsible for Kivotos' security, this is a matter that can't... I get it. Groups can be quite bothersome. I've weathered a few myself. One thing I've learned, Chief Kaya, is that trying to crush a coup directly only fuels its flames. And isn't it natural for students to rebel if they're unhappy with the council's actions? You're self-aware, Cherino. You're self-aware that your actions make them unhappy. Yet why are you not doing anything about it? Oh. What do you mean by that? There will always be those short-sighted students who can't see the visions of distinguished... I thought for a second that she's self-aware. No, she isn't. God damn you. Damn kid. Well, it's nothing like Red Winter. I imagine that being the General Student Council President of DU must be challenging. The public will never understand you. This is exactly what I'm trying to request, that the Red Winter office take responsibility. Now then, I don't normally involve myself in matters outside my academy, but when I see hard work, it must be rewarded. Therefore, the Red Winter office will send you a box of Cherenka. The fuck is a Cherenka, huh? Will send me a what now? You have never tried a Cherenka, Chief of Defense? Cherenka is Red Winter Academy's signature milk chocolate. Its richness is unparalleled. If it's to your liking, perhaps the Journal Student Council could receive regular shipments. What I'm asking for now is manpower, not... Oh no, how could this have happened? I was enjoying chatting with a like-minded leader so much I almost missed my scheduled nap time. We'll continue this later, Acting Journal Student Council President whatever your name was. How dare you! No! I hate that! I hate Sherida so much, bro! That insolent brat! How does Red Winter Academy not have one single serious student? There is! Her name is Marina. The only problem is she's fucking dumb. Hello, Heine. I mean. Wait, I'm not from Red Winter Academy. I know, I wasn't talking to you. Are you sure that brat is Red Winter Academy Student Council President and Representative Chief of Staff? Indeed, Ren Kawachereno. I hate that her name has Ren in it. Currently holds the position of Student Council President at Red Winter Federal Academy. Currently? Last week, I believe it was Chairwoman Ikikura Marina. If I am understanding this correctly, we have to solve this security threat by negotiating with an academy that changes leadership on a weekly basis. Yet, the former acting President Green seemed quite competent at it. With the right incentives, it should be a cakewalk compared to dealing with Trinity and Gehenna. I guess someone with a background in defense might only know how to use sticks. Nam. Chip Kaya? Acting Journal Student Council President. I'm so sorry, Acting Journal Student Council President. Regarding the regular defense office reports, numerous civilians have made grievances about the new policy mandating them to show 10 forms of ID when making a cash withdrawal. And there have been a number of incidents across DU where frustrated civilians have brandished weapons instead of IDs, coercing bank staffs to make the withdrawal. That's blatant armed robbery! This is happening all over, and our bunker officers and Kaiser guards just twiddling their thumbs. As mentioned before, both the Security Bureau and the Kaiser Security are stretched thin due to the sheer number of daily inspections. If they lack personnel, then hire private security firms to maintain security. I won't tolerate even a single criminal act while I'm in charge of Kibotos. She says that, but things have been way more chaotic since you took over. A protest delayed me for 30 minutes this morning when I was trying to get to Sanctum Tower. While minor crimes have decreased, major offenses have escalated. Bruh, that's so funny. Really minor crimes have decreased, but really major crimes escalated, like it skyrocketed. Wow. I don't know if that's supposed to be good or bad, bro. Because all of our resources have been directed towards regulating the citizens, criminals have suddenly found themselves with more room to play. And with the director of Human Resources out of commission, Chief Kaya has less supporters than ever. Maybe she can't keep up with the pressures of her office. Chief Officer Rin is looking more and more competent every day. Hey. Hey. As much as I like Kaya being able to be in a position of power, Rin is much better. So, yeah. It sucks, Kaya, but maybe in the future, when you've been corrected, you can be an asset. Enough. Meeting adjourned. You kept me waiting. There you are, Acting General Student Council President. I'm here in person because there seems to be a delay in payments to Kaiser Security. Considering the manpower and equipment required, the previous payment doesn't even come close to covering. Why am I still being bothered with petty problems? With the amount of money we paid you, how is it that you are incapable of handling even a single student protest before it reaches my desk? Why? Because you haven't paid the proper price, of course. You say what you have paid me is how much the General Student Council has approved in its budget. But if your problem won't go away, maybe the budget isn't sufficient. You're in no position to be asking for more, Kaiser. Have you forgotten that I kept Kaiser Corporation from diving nose first into bankruptcy? Where would you be if I haven't covered up your crimes in the incident? Of course not. Trust is the backbone of any business arrangement. However, I also don't believe in conducting business arrangements on emotional whims. You may have saved us from bankruptcy, but that doesn't mean I'll burn through our revenues for you. But you asked where I would be. I would have recovered quite easily. I can just throw away the Kaiser brand and start a new company should things go wrong. What about you? You stake your name and credibility with so little thought. If it all comes apart, where will Shiranui Kaya be? Damn. This guy actually... Damn! This guy is smart! Bro. So shady. I've helped you. I've kept your secrets. The public would be interested to know about the silo you built under Kawasaki Station, I should think. That was a different issue. We were the ones who took a hit when that rebate was discovered under your protection. The town's redevelopment went up in smoke because of it. I've told you already. Once everything's squared away, I'll pay you back. Put it on my tab. I'll even add interest. If that's what you choose. Your tab is adding up to be quite a hefty fee. From what I've gathered, you have yet to gain the treasury's trust. You don't have much sway in directing the budget, do you? Backing a leader who can't inspire a team's confidence does seem rather unwise. Why is this happening? Why doesn't anyone trust me? If only they just listen. Instead, it's suspicion and insubordination at every corner. And somehow the General Student Council President, that woman, all of Kibotos followed and trusted her? Why her? What can she do that I can't? Why can't I become a superhuman too? What's different from then and now? From her Kibotos and mine? Why did that remind me of Aizen for a moment? I get it. This Kibotos lacks fear. Oh my god. If they fear me, then they'll fall into line. Kaya? Yukino, where's the thermobaric warhead from Project? Stored now. The one you confiscated from Kaiser. The warhead has been deactivated and is being stored in a military facility in the outskirts of DU. But due to its explosive power, it was impossible to completely disarm it. This is the direct order, Yukino. Transport the warhead to the silo under Kawasaki Station and detonate it. Wow! Wow! Holy shit! Can I ask the reason? It's not like you to question my orders, so I'll indulge you this once. Like you said, the warhead's power is intense, making it hard to fully neutralize. And most of Kawasaki Town have relocated because of the redevelopment anyway, so casualties would be minimal. Most of Kawasaki Town means there are still residents there. Detonating the warhead in a confined space like a subway station will... Yes, I'm aware how it works. Kawasaki Station and the nearby stations will sustain damage. That's the point. I need a show of force, bigger than their wildest imaginations. Otherwise, it won't be enough to cow them into submission. Shh. Wow! Wow! Holy shit! They need to know we can erase a small city in seconds. Then they'd think twice before crossing us. If the accident occurs in the subway, we can pin it on the transit staff's negligence. Oh my god! This girl is so twisted! But I still like her!
Stop it. Get some help.
Why? Everything will be tied up in a neat little bow for us. Haha, outstanding. I knew you were a little crazy, but you truly exceeded my expectations this time. Our Kaiser president really does seem to have an uncanny eye for talent. Thanks for the praise. One objection, however, the silo under the subway station is Kaiser property. I'm not necessarily keen on you blowing up my things. You have a point. We'll be using your property, so to compensate, with the control of the subway system suffice. Once I've gotten rid of the current transportation officers, we'll need another body to oversee the subway system. If Kaiser Corporation is up for it, it'd be a win-win. Sounds promising. We've been eyeing transportation ever since the St. Niptis rail takeover fell through. Control over the primary transport linking districts would be a source of steady revenue. I'm not one to miss a lasting opportunity because I'm blinded by the short term. Very well. We'll make the preparations to receive the warhead in the silo. We'll need to coordinate with your foxes. That's finally settled. Now, back to my order. Squad Leader Yukino, your answer? Fox 1, understood. By the time I left Kosagi Park and returned to Chalet, it was already late into the evening. I approached the counter to pick up a bento, but... Huh? There's none left? I'm sorry, Sensei. We ran out today. Sora! It's nice to see you in the story. Again. Last I saw you, it was on Volume F, right? Chapter 1. I just needed something to eat. Is there anything else? Some expired ones? No, sorry. We ran out of every single bento in stock. For some reason, only this Angel 24 located in Chalet didn't get any of the bentos since yesterday. I tried to find out why, but was told it's due to the new order and that even the scheduled bentos were cancelled. And all we have left for sale is water. So there's no bread or any other kind of drinks? Yeah, basically anything to eat or drink. I know I'm still here, but we've pretty much just been closed today. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. It's okay, it's not your fault, Sora. This is a much pettier matter of revenge than I expected. Sensei, you know anything about what's been going on in DU? After the coup and stuff, it's been completely dead here. I haven't heard anything from the store's main branch. They gave us these new manuals to memorize, but there were so many regulations. And then these scary Kaiser guards come in sometimes to make sure we're following all their rules. People are saying that all the Angel 24 shops are gonna close and be replaced with Kaiser 26 shops. My job. I won't let that happen, Sora. Mark my words. They can never do that to you. They will never ever replace you. I've heard really scary things about the Kaiser 26 shops. I heard they have to work a full 26 hours in a... 26 hours in a... Huh? I don't think I could last. I was wondering where the 26 came from. It's impossible to work 26 hours a day. Were you able to eat despite all that? Yes, luckily I packed myself lunch today. I made too much meat and potato stew yesterday, so I just brought the leftovers for dinner. Oh, if you want, you can have mine. No, it's okay, really. Hey, come on, Sensei. It's okay to share. Sora, you bought a lot of things in Sora's store, okay? She can afford to share with you. Come on now. I couldn't bring myself to take Sora's dinner, so I politely refused and headed back to the Chalet office. I'm starving. Hey, Fox Eats Delivery here. I got a food delivery for someone named Sensei. I didn't order any food though. Bro, it's a trap! Sensei, it's a trap! Why are you so dumb sometimes? Oh, I have an order for an Inari Sushi Bento, supposed to be delivered right here to the Shale Executive Office. If you open the door, I can verify the details for you. Don't open the door! Don't open the door! What else do you want me to do? We can't just leave without giving them the food. Adhesive, explosive, secure. Everyone take cover. Hold on, what's going on here? 3, 2, 1, breaching. Wait, I can just... Jam. Wow, that did a little more than I expected. Togi, how much did you put on that charge? The door's completely blown up. Oops, my bad. I'm a sniper. Don't blame me for not knowing how explosives work. So sorry, Sensei. We'll get that door fixed right up for you. Scout's honor. You guys! I'd say good evening, but given the circumstances, still, we're genuinely glad to see you again, Sensei. I'm glad to see you too, Nico. It's rather late. Have you had dinner yet? Yeah, I had. Not yet. Well, I had, not Sensei. We had a feeling you hadn't. I heard there were some unexpected hiccups in the supply chain as we transitioned power, and Shali's store was somehow missed. You really tried there, Nico. We all know it's just someone throwing a petty fit. Messing with food supplies, really? That's just childish. But pretty tactical if you think about it. An empty stomach is going to win out over your ideals every time. It's not as if Sensei is staging a sit-in at Shali's executive office true, though it's a little bit immature. Well, for now, we from Fox Eats, the Fox Squad, will provide supplies where we can. Is this Inari Sushi? Yep, do you remember the ones from last time? You seem to enjoy them, so I made more for you this time. Go ahead and enjoy. Though I understand and wouldn't be offended if you're a bit wary given this current situation. Eat Nico's Inari Sushi. They're already eating, Nico. Wait, did you just eat it just like that? Are you, well, not in your right state of mind perhaps? I was so hungry, this is so good, I'm great actually. The fried tofu is smooth and the rice is just the right texture. That's not what I meant. I know it sounds odd for me to suggest it, but did it ever cross your mind that we might have tampered with it? Ha, like poison? Is this? Well, no, but... Sensei, I think you're missing the point. We're kind of on opposite sides right now. I'm sure you're well aware that we've allied with acting President Kaya so that she'll support the revival of SRT. Shortly after rejecting Kaya to her face, people who work for her come offering food, and you don't suspect any ulterior motives? Are you naive or are you stupid? Both! Sensei is both! I know they say to keep your enemies close, but not so close you would eat their food. You know, on the battlefield, sometimes we leave behind faulty ammunition for enemies to loot. It's a similar concept. That's why SRT Academy teaches its students to never touch the food and water rations that belong to the enemy. But I'm not your enemy. Bro has no enemies. I'm just your teacher. Hey, they like that. You truly do live up to your reputation. Nothing good comes from such unconditional trust, even with the allies of our friends. If people see you as overly trusting, they might think you're naive and unreliable, which can hinder negotiations. Those who aren't wary or skeptical of others' motives tend to get the short end of the stick in life. Knowing this, why do you continue the way you do? I've learned that trust yields more benefits than suspicion ever could. Philosophies and ideals. Do you know about the prisoner's dilemma, Sensei? It's a psychological theory. Two prisoners are separated and given two options. If neither betrays the other, both prisoners are free to go. But if one chooses to cooperate and the other doesn't, only the betrayer goes free. In summary, two prisoners can either cooperate for mutual benefit or betray each other for personal gain. Typically, they end up betraying one another because it's the optimal choice. While it's just a theory, it emphasizes the need for self-preservation. We've dealt with all kinds of criminals, and I've never once seen someone sacrifice their well-being for someone else's benefit. The so-called trust that adults brag about is no different. It's complicated, but your perspective is interesting. You really are SRT's elite force. This can just be one dialogue. It's basic game theory. You hardly need specialized training to... Wait, did you just compliment us? Oh no, you found their weak spot. All fear the compliment. But your theory, I think reality will often surprise you. Real life is more nuanced than some simple game theories, true? What effects will your decisions have on the future? Will the results of this game affect the next? But Sensei, this game isn't really about winning this round or losing that one. The most effective method in winning anything is to make sure the loser can't return. Plant so much fear in your opponent, so much distrust and betrayal, they'll never oppose you again. Sensei, you'll likely never see us again when everything is said and done. I beg to differ. I think we're gonna see each other so soon. You probably won't even remember your answer to this game, Sensei. We're weapons who can only point forward. It's an insignificant decision that no one will care about at the end of the day. Given that, do you still trust us? I do. If you're not going to take us seriously, then Kurumi, chill out. Even if you say we'll walk out of here today and forget all of this happened, you'll hang your hat on tomorrow's potential? Of course! My job is to teach you how to get to tomorrow in whatever way you want. That's the whole point, for my students to become tomorrow's adults. Aww. Honestly, I do agree. Still can't get over that face Otogi makes. You're quite the character, Sensei. Just as weird as they say. You know, your squad, the Fox Squad, is a testament to the power of trust. I've seen how much trust the Fox Squad has in their leader. The trust you have in Yukino is the core of your strength. That can be one dialogue. Our trust in Yukino. Well, you're not wrong. She is our squad leader after all. Is there something wrong with that? No, not at all. The Fox Squad's bonds have always been unbreakable. So you can stop trying to slide your way in with your pretty words. She's our friend, she always has been, since before she became our squad leader. Well, this has certainly been an illuminating night. We've delivered your food, so our mission here is complete. It appears we dropped by unannounced, attacked you with a barrage of questions, and are now unceremoniously leaving. My apologies. To make up for it, did you want to ask us anything? Is the Rabbit Squad happy with their decision? How are the rabbits? Are they adjusting well? The Rabbit Squad is... Our team locations are classified, so we can't divulge that. Take the 10 bus headed towards Shinkiro from the station in front of Shale. Get off the final stop and walk 1 kilometer east following the dried up valley, and you'll find a facility that's not on the map. It'll look like a deserted camp, but it's actually a fully operational training facility for SRT students, active since before the General Student Council president disappeared. The Rabbit Squad is stationed there right now. You can ask how they're doing yourself. Nico, you can't just tell them that! The location of SRT squads is second-class confidential information. It's fine. They're not in prison and they should be able to have visitors. But if you could keep this under wraps, especially from Yukino. I just can't with you. Whatever, I have no thoughts on this anymore. I'm technically outranked here, Deputy Squad Leader. Thanks both of you. If Sensei can get through those girls, maybe there's hope for us too. Aww. Hey. See, until next, take care of yourself, Sensei. They want out of their situation. Because they all know what they're doing is wrong. They just want someone to take them out of it because they can't get out on their own because they're used to it by now. It's basically the same way with addicts on any type. Just an addiction to any kind. Like, it's so hard to get out of it that you'll have to rely on somebody else. But most of the time, the answer is actually just to do it yourself. Just get out. You don't need the guidance of others. You just need their support. See? Anyways, after they took off, I savored the remaining inarizushi as I wondered what to do next. For some reason, Nico's inarizushi was even more delicious than last time. Man, I haven't had a decent hot shower in forever. All of my tension just went whoosh. Nothing beats a shower after a long day of work. What an eventful day. Please don't tell me Sensei walks in on them showering. Please. I feel like for some reason, it will go that way in the story. Just because. For fan service. And for the comedic effect. Seriously, the days used to drag on so slowly at the park when we had nothing to do. This is why I'm saying people really benefit from strict rules and a regimented schedule. You say that as if you didn't wake up at precisely 5 a.m. every day at the park too. Okay, I did have fun too. I got to fire off some special ammo that I've held back on in the park due to budget constraints. It's been a while since we've had the safety of a secure facility. It's reassuring. It's nice to not have to worry about wild animals or lost hikers like at the park. But, is something wrong, Miyu? Did something happen today? She misses Sensei. No, it's all of discomfort really, okay? It seems a little silly, but I'd never appreciated the luxury of the hot shower and fresh cooked meals until now. I can't help but feel guilty for making you all rub it on the park for so long. No, I didn't mean that kind of comfort, like, we don't have to make any decisions here, right? What we eat, what we do, even deciding if our last decision was good or bad. The Fox Squad chooses everything for us, so I don't have to be anxious about anything. But should SRT students be living that kind of comfort? When everyone out there is scared because they don't know what's going to happen to Kibotas? It's like my clothes look like they fit, but they don't feel like it. I don't know. Oh, actually, damn. That is so true, Miyu. What do you call this? Shit, I forgot what I was about to say again. Damn it. It's natural to question such a big life change like this. You've been through a whirlwind of a day, so it makes sense you would have all these questions and feelings. Why don't you sleep on it and things might feel clear tomorrow? Maybe. Ah. And when they were able to get their bats on back in chapter 1, like they were so happy. Like finally we were able to bathe ourselves after living after suffering for a while. So hard work does hard work does pay off. So if you're just living a comfortable life without doing anything, it might feel great, but at the same time you feel like you wanna have to do something to, what do you call this again? Oh my god, why do I forget this? Something to prove to yourself. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Something to prove to yourself that you deserve that kind of reward for yourself. So yeah. Honestly, I kind of miss the makeshift barrel baths with everyone. Heating up the water was a pain. I was always worried about prying eyes, and the tub was too cramped for a proper wash. But despite all that, I always felt a kind of pride as an SRT member, using our skills and know-how to survive. Now, I'm physically at ease, but instead of an SRT recruit, I feel more like a hired mercenary. I actually get what you're saying for once. At the park, even the small-scale drills were accelerating. They give me a high. With unlimited access to top gear now, it almost dulls the thrill. Don't get me wrong, it's exciting, but it was just off. Like the same enjoyment just isn't there. What about you, Miyako? What? Me? I found the conditions to be very satisfactory. The squad can focus fully on training now and not where our next meal is coming from. As a squad leader of Rabbit working towards the revival of SRT, I have no complaints. Well, deputy squad leader now. Yeah, you still didn't answer my question. What about you? How are you doing? What are you thinking? The unwavering justice you've idolized and wouldn't shut up about since I first met you, the facilities, the hot meals, and warm beds, do all those things make it worth it for you, Miyako? Excuse me, I'll leave you all to it. Running away because you couldn't answer. You don't know how to answer it, huh? I can relate to that. I'd forgotten. Guard duty right after a shower used to be one of my favorite shifts. Feeling the breeze through my damp hair is really comforting. Familiar. Familiar where everything is unfamiliar. Even the equipment feels different from our old weapons. They'll adjust to this lifestyle. It's good for them. What was that? An intruder? Why would someone break in through the shower room? The entrance is on the other side of the building and no common roads lead to here. Was it a wild animal? Yeah, sensei! Hey Miyako, good evening! That can be one dialogue. Sensei? How are you here? How did you even find us? That's kind of a secret. I guess I followed the scent of the rabbit squad. No way would you say that! I'm placing you under arrest. Why would you say that, Sensei? Why would you say that? Interrogation log 001-S-1. Interrogator. Tsukiyuki Miyako, SRT Academy First Year. Suspect for investigation. Sensei, Shale. Please help me understand. How and why are you here? It was a bad joke, please. I'm here to see you, Miyako. I find that hard to believe. This is a military facility completely removed from any city or town. Even if I were to be generous and assume happenstance, you can't just happen upon this compound. And you surely understand the inherent risk of coming to a military site completely unarmed and alone. You came all this way avoiding detection and risking your safety, so yes, I find it hard to believe your reason is that mundane. So I'll ask you again, Sensei. Why are you here? The reason really is that mundane. I'm here to see Miyako. And Miyu. And Boe and Saki. I'm here to see the Rabbit Squad. Did you come to change my mind? I thought I made it clear in my letter. I made the decision. Once Chief Kaya assured SRT's revival, our stint at Kosagi Park was over. A fully equipped base like this, providing all essentials, is optimal for my squad, or rather my entire unit. I weighed the factors and made the best decision for my squad. And now, I no longer make decisions. I'm a weapon meant to carry out orders. So there's nothing you can say, Sensei. I'm really not here with an agenda. I just wanted to know if you're having fun. Are you enjoying yourself here, Miyako? What bearing does that have on this situation? I'm an operative of SRT, maintaining justice and safeguarding the public. Pleasure is a luxury meant for those who haven't assumed these duties. If you're satisfied, if you're satisfied with that, but you're misunderstanding your duty, do you think you've mistaken what your duty is? My duty? How? Isn't duty about fulfilling a responsibility? Fulfilling a duty should never include suffering or pain. Your real duty will never contradict your ideals. Duty and responsibilities are a gift, not a punishment. That can be just one long-ass dialogue, but... I think I like the third dialogue. You have a responsibility to yourself, Miyako. You have a duty to enjoy being alive, Miyako. So, are you having fun? She is not. She is not having fun. This is why I knew I couldn't see you before I left. I always thought growing up was about enduring hardship. It is. I thought that the only way I could grow was if I let go of all of my naivety and trust and compassion. You could let go of your naivety but not trust and compassion. Sensei, I had managed to convince myself that it was okay to reject my ideals, my justice. This is what it was to be a part of the real world. Sad but true. It felt like my impending adulthood was justicing my younger self. Be stronger, be harder, be smarter. That's true. I didn't want to believe that the justice I love didn't have a place in this adult world. But what I did know was about what did I know about growing up? That must be how it is. If I believed that, if my squad members could benefit, I thought I could be at peace. So why are you coming and telling me that I shouldn't throw away who I am to follow the higher order? Why would you tell me this when I finally resigned myself to being Yukino's weapon? Will you please stop telling a bunch of clueless children to make their own decisions? Sorry, but your justice has a place in my adult world, at least. Aww. You weirdo! You're making me sound like Saki now. Okay, Sensei, you win. I understand now. Follow me, this way. That was loud as heck. The exit is down this hall. It won't last forever, but I've disabled the alarm system for now. Exit through here and promising me you'll go straight to the bus stop without anyone noticing you. You're letting me go, just like that? You're not reporting me to the foxes? Yes, right now I'm in charge of security. And if they find out that you were here, Sensei, that won't be easy to smooth over. I'm a member of SRT, remember? Protecting civilians like you is a part of my job. Hey, let's go! What are you planning to do? I am going to do my duty. I don't really know how to do something like this, so I might mess it up. It's okay either way. You'll be fine. I'll take responsibility for any blowback. Hey! He said the same thing he said in chapter 1. I'll take responsibility for any blowback. That's what he said. Let's go. Understood. This is the same dialogue. Oh my god. Late. Anything unusual during your watch? No, nothing at all. Is that so? I think Yukino knows. We received new orders. Rapid Squad will be joining us. Isn't this map? I thought you might recognize it. These are the blueprints to the Kosagi Station platform. Tomorrow at 0900, a Kaiser construction cargo train will pull into platform 2 of Kosagi Station and will unload the thermobaric warhead. The station will be closed till midday for uploading. To counter potential threats, Rabbit Squad will assist Kaiser security in locking down the perimeter. The warhead. That's the bomb you retrieved and disabled on the Fox Squad's first public operation. Correct. The entire point of relocating it outside the DU was to ensure the people's safety. Now we're bringing it back to the heavily populated city? What is the council? No. No, actually. What are you planning, Yukino? Once unloaded, the warhead will be placed in the station's underground silo and detonated. All personnel will evacuate first and then our squads. You're setting it up underground, inside a subway station, in the heart of the city? There couldn't be a worst case scenario to detonate it. The confined quarters will amplify. You didn't remind me. I'm more versed in the power than most. If that's true, then even more reason you should see the insanity in this. What could your rationale possibly be to continue supporting this? I am executing orders. The General Student Council will take responsibility with the public. Then forget the responsibility. You're asking us to stake our lives in a dangerous and immoral operation. At least we deserve an explanation as to why you're doing this. Everything I've done for the revival of the SRT Academy. Do you hear yourself, Yukino? You're trying to use the fear and terror of the very people our academy was established to protect to rebuild SRT? A version of SRT that jeopardizes public safety and leans on other people's authority and has no right to claim the name. Rights aren't handed out, they are taken. If this is what it takes to come out of this situation, we will be justified to the future students of SRT. Will we though? I remember hearing you say on the TV all those years ago that no matter the obstacle, the SRT's justice never wavers. I fight for my principles and justice I've learned over the years. You can tarnish the SRT name all you want, but those values will never change. This is a direct order. Can I take this as insubordination? No, you can't actually. You aren't my superior. In fact, I would say you're the one who's insubordinate, Shichido Yukino. Because the General Student Council President is the only one authorized to give us orders. Miyako? I mean, I guess we all knew deep down this was gonna be the end result. Excuse me. Hey, at least they're being reasonable. The next morning, while I was finishing up cleaning the last of the rabbit squad's traces from the fort, ravaging through young ladies' belongings as soon as they're gone, Sensei. You really are a suspicious person. Welcome back, Miyako. I'm glad you made it. Thank you for helping me find my way back. Rabbit 1, returning to Camp Rabbit as promised. Hey! And the others? It wasn't right to bring them along. I've stepped down as their leader. How could I ask them to give up their comfortable, settled lives to return to camping and expired bentos? I'm pretty sure they followed you here. The other squad members are smarter than I am, so I'm sure they'll find their way, even without your help. But no more pleasantries. This is urgent and dire. Miyako quickly revealed the General Student Council's and Fox Squad's plot. They're planning to set up a bomb under the subway station. They're trying to commit terrorism. Half the city will blow. Sensei, keep your voice down. This operation is top secret, known to only a few in the General Student Council. If word gets out, it'll be pandemonium. Sorry, I was just so shocked. So this thermobaric warhead is really that destructive? Yes, the thermobaric warhead was specially created in order to attack fortified targets and heavy tanks traditional weapons can't scratch. On impact, it ignites all of the oxygen in its blast radius and releases a tremendous shockwave. While devastating on the surface, underground its potency skyrockets. The released vapor clouds will fill the enclosed area and ignite. It won't even leave bodies behind for the bereaved to bury. Its destructive power will be beyond anything Kibotos has ever experienced. Damn. If the project blueprints are correct, the damage radius is approximately 5 kilometers. Kosagi Town will be wiped off the map. What could possibly be the reason? To instill fear in the hearts of the masses. You can have said this was for the revival of SRT Academy, but the ultimate goal of this operation is an intimidating show of strength, a flex of the might the General Student Council wields over the public. Acting President Kaya's opponents would think twice about outwardly resisting her after a display like that. But their petty goals aren't what matter here. What matters is that if they succeed, the damage, injuries, and death toll will be incomprehensible. I have to stop this before my seniors cross a line they can never come back from. They've always paved the way forward for me, so I'll just have to help them find a way back out. I say that, but it's so overwhelming. If we fail, I don't know where to start. I'm scared of the consequences if this is the wrong decision. I needed your perspective on it. Is there any way to stop the detonation? Given the warhead's 1-ton weight, it's impractical for manual transport. We'd need heavy machinery to move it, so stealing it isn't possible. And I somehow doubt any Kaiser personnel there will just let us roll on in with a tank. At worst, they might just detonate it prematurely. We need to stop the detonation before the Fox Squad realizes what's happened. We'll need a specialized strike force to infiltrate the station and disarm the bomb. A small strike force. The only thing that can take out one special forces unit is another one. In other words, only SRT can stop SRT. Oh, come on. Just bring around Fubuki and Kirino and Kana, and I bet you could take all of them out with Sensei with Sensei as your support. Going against Fox Squad, it'll be an entirely different game. I'm inferior in experience, combat ability, and equipment. I don't know. Rely on your strengths. Don't worry about theirs. Don't double yourself. You'll hold yourself back. This can just be one dialogue. You're right. If I don't even believe in myself, how can I ask the other members to trust me? I just have to rely on my instincts and move forward. Rabbit 1, executing operation. This is Rabbit 1. The current time is 10:40. I just arrived at the operation site. Predictably, this security is tight. Six guards at the main entry and exit points and a couple of patrols on the perimeter. It'd be impossible for me to slip into the station without alerting at least one guard. I'm guessing a head-on assault won't work. If we had 2 more people, it would be doable. But with just me, they'll call for reinforcements before I can incapacitate them. I wish the rest of the squad was here. It would be great if someone could run a diversion for us. Well, look what it is! What a strange coincidence to cross paths here. Who's that? Is that Descartes? Once, a seeker of truth and nature's harmony, a practitioner of nature and minimalism. Now a servant to the common good. Hey, Descartes, you actually look better than that. Holy shit. Hey, let's go Descartes. Descartes playable when, huh, Nexon? I want him to be playable. Descartes, the civilized. I'm surprised to see you here, Descartes. What are you doing here? Really now? My uniform didn't give it away. Then again, you've always been privileged with a life above the law. Kaiser Security gave me a proper education when I was arrested. They thoroughly taught me the error of my ways of being a parasite on society's underbelly, reaching away without contributing. The sheer value of the sweat upon one's brow. Now, I found what purpose in Kaiser Security, serving as a guard, ensuring public safety. That's great. Integrating suspicious individuals is the security guard's duty, and you two, lurking and scouting the station, are particularly suspicious. Despite our past, I can't neglect my citizen's duty. I ask for your cooperation in this inspection. Can you just let us slide the one time? What? You want me to pretend I didn't see you? Sensei, are you trying to belittle my duty as a guard and a responsible citizen? I must protect this station, the home of my fellow pursuers. The Kaiser Corp is going to blow up Kosagi Station. Nani the fuck? What in the world? This may be hard to believe, but... Miyako laid out everything to Descartes. Your claims are hard to swallow. You would have to be a crazy person to set up a bomb in such a densely populated station. And just to solidify your power, there's no way. Well, thinking about what Kaiser Corporation has done in the past, it's actually not that hard to believe. I experienced Kaiser Security's bottomless greed firsthand. Kaiser promised to provide 1 pudding cup a day to security guards during their shifts, but they claimed to have run out of pudding yesterday. Do you know what they gave us instead? Konjac jelly, of all things. I see. I've kept my head down and worked hard, even in these conditions. I thought enduring small inconveniences for the greater good was a hallmark of a responsible citizen. But now, you mean to tell me that the General Student Council and Kaiser Corp, with all their wealth and power, want to destroy Caerbannog Station to hoard even more wealth and power? In Caerbannog Station, of all places, many citizens and even my own comrades call this place home. I won't stand for this elitist scheme. Leave it to me. I promise you my full cooperation if it's to protect Caerbannog Station and all my comrades inside. Thank you for your understanding, Descartes. The enemies outnumber us greatly, so the only way we'll be able to get through is if you run a diversion. While I'd love to stick it to some evil Kaiser overlords, my weapons were all confiscated when I was arrested. Even this silly little pistol is just a toy with blanks. That's not an issue. Here, I have more than enough ammo. The weight of a loaded weapon. I've missed this. I've had enough of the constant ridicule and oppression I've endured. Thank you, Miyako. It is now time for me to return as Descartes, leader of the pursuers. Yes, thank you. The further away you can get the guards from the entrance, the better. Let's go, Descartes! I like your guard outfit, but hey, whoever you wanna be, I support it, Descartes. To all my fellow pursuers, rally at Caerbannog Station. The evil capitalists of Kaiser Corporation intend to wield their insatiable greed to sully our precious sanctuary. Huh? You finally giving up on the perpetrator string? Pursuers, short for the pursuers of non-possessive happiness. I never gave up my life of non-possession. I merely sought to understand how those with possession think. I came face to face with a greed that has infiltrated their very souls. Having seen their evil up close, I can bear it no longer. I will not allow these Kaiser soldiers to plant their roots down in our territory any longer. Let us show these greedy gluttons the beauty of simplicity. I'm game, not like I have anything else to do. Why not? I love a good opportunity to steer the pot. Today, we defeat greed. Today, we defeat capitalism. Pursuers charge! You should probably wait for a second. He always comes and goes like a tornado. It's not the ideal distraction, but the chaos will confuse the enemy at least. I can hardly stand idly by. Sensei, lead the way. Let's go.
作戦開始。はい、悪くないですね。
Hey, let's go.
ポジションを変更します。
Nah, I'm saving it.
無意味な抵抗です。皆さん、下がってください。到着を確認。すぐに進入します。総員、衝撃に注意してください。やりました。
Ungrateful lot! We sheltered you, clothed you, fed you, and this is the thanks we get? You're the ones who forced uniforms on folks not seeking employment. All this ordeal taught me is that I never want to work again. That I will fight all forms of material possession. Have at you, villains! You thin twig, you're no match for this Descartes. Traitor, who you calling twig? No! Descartes! Oh! Someone help! Ow! This really hurts! Fighting Kaiser Corp's elite forces is brutal! Retreat! Get back here, you wimps! We're not outnumbered anymore thanks to the pursuers, but breaking through is still another story. It's only a matter of time before Kaiser sends reinforcements. If we don't break through before then, we'll be surrounded. It's dangerous, so let me lead the way and... Oh, that's a familiar face. Valkyrie? Hey! This is a public facility meant for civilian use. What's all this chaos? Someone gave me an update. Now, Kaiser. Oh, thank goodness. Please do something about this, Director. Maintaining order is your job, right? Maintain it, please. Is that the feral hound from last time? What are you doing? Do you know what it means for the Public Peace Bureau Director to open fire on us? Our authority was granted to us directly from the acting president. Director? Who? Of what? I'm on leave right now, actually. Disciplinary action, I don't have much to lose, don't you think? You're just out causing trouble? You have no authority here? The security of this area is our purview, so you Valkyrie punks can run along now. You're mistaken. Honor Group has jurisdiction over DU security too. Valkyrie Police School Administrative Regulations, Article 32, Paragraph 1. Students of the Valkyrie Police School Public Safety Bureau have the authority to make arrests of individuals who interfere with public transportation services. Let's go! Let's go! Kirino and Foobs! I thought I'd help out my juniors at the Public Safety Bureau during my disciplinary community service period. This is the Public Safety Bureau. Drop your weapons and get on the ground. Who do you think you're pointing your gun at? We're just following protocol according to the regulations. And Kaiser Security has to follow those regulations just like the rest of us. Due to the public disturbances around this train station, we will detain you at Valkyrie Police School. If you resist, we have the authority to bring you in by force. But let's just save all of us the extra work. The Public Safety Bureau is arresting us? Oh, this is rich. This is no laughing matter. How is it not? What's the Public Safety Bureau gonna do? Throw a donut at us? You'd be surprised at how Fubuki is really competent at her job when she gets serious. We might be under a different name now, but we're SOF PMC. He's elite, the best of the best in Kaiser. I forgot, it's SOP, right? But we're SOP. The little rookies from Valkyrie's Public Safety Bureau armed with little pea shooters are gonna bring us in. Ha! It doesn't matter how good a commander or whatever you think you are. No amount of positive thinking is going to bridge the gap between us and a bunch of rookies. Rookies? There seems to be a misunderstanding here. The Public Safety Bureau is Valkyrie's most sought after department to be accepted into. I even tried joining once, got turned down. What? How could the director... I have another fun fact. It's been over a decade since the Kosagi station was last serviced, so the supports under the station signs are more rust than metal now. The Public Safety Bureau got a good handful of concerned calls about it, saying they were worried about the sign was just going to fly off every time the wind blows. So we plan to replace it end of this month for safety's sake. Enough with your rambling. An impatient one, aren't you? I'll cut to the chase then. I bet even our little pea shooters could make that sign fall right now. Wait, you wouldn't! Duck and cover! You brats! I won't take this lying down! Kirano, smoke grenade! Please cover your nose and mouth! I can't see! How? You are a fucking robot, bro! Block the entrance. Don't let them take cover in the smoke and slip through. The first sign of trouble and they go running straight to protect the station. It didn't take long for them to drop their pretenses. There's definitely something down there. What a miscalculation on their part. A subway station as well traffic as this one, this is the Public Safety Bureau's home turf. Kirino, Fubuki. Work with the other public safety bureau members to apprehend those causing the chaos. I'll cover the entrance so we don't have any more uninvited guests. Yes, ma'am. But don't forget that you owe me a limited edition crawler from Master Donuts for this. If you pull this up, I'll get you a whole dozen. There you go, SRT. I'm entrusting the cleanup to you two. Director Kana, if you disobey direct orders again, it's nothing to worry yourself over. Didn't I already tell you this? I had to take the responsibility of my decisions on my own two shoulders. If it's for what I believe in, something like this is child's play. Director. Sensei, take care of these idiots. Leave it to me. Now then. It's a bit unfortunate, but it seems everyone knows the name Feral Hound at this point. I didn't ask them to start calling me that, you know. Let me enlighten you on how I earned the name. Let's fucking go.
皆さん、警戒は怠らないように。先生、の区域へ移動しましょう。無意味な抵抗です。
さあ、尋問を始めよう。
当たったらラッキーってことで。くらえ！警告します。投降しなければ。当たったらラッキー。
容疑者確保。
クリア。前進します。ドローン稼働。援護をお願いします。無意味な抵抗です。
バルキューレ公安局だ。止まれ。容疑者確保。
どうしようどうしよう。へいや。疲れた。糖分補給しなきゃ。
Who are these people? How are they moving like this? Where are they coming from? We should have the full blueprint of this station. Is there a secret route only they know about or something? Bingo! When did she... Old stations like Kosagi Station have undergone numerous renovations, leaving lots of forgotten nooks and crannies. They tend to turn into hotspots for shady activities, so public safety students naturally grow pretty comfortable navigating around. Just didn't think we'd be using them this day. Oh, Fubuki, we have hostels, improper passengers going into the second floor. Yup, I have the eyes on them. Are they thinking of using the escalators as a shortcut? Risky move. Those little punks, just wait till we catch up. Oh, a heads up, these escalators are ancient. Please remain vigilant for any sudden stops, thank you. Huh? Which is why running on escalators isn't advised. It's basic safety, really. Oh no! Fubuki behind! These damn public safety bureau kids are running circles around us with their dirty tactics. We'll take you all down. Look out! Let's go, Descartes! My man! You're the rookies if you forgot about your opponent, the pursuers. Even if I'm looked down upon with disdain, even if I'm the last man standing, our fight will go on. Until every citizen in Kibotas understands the freedom of living without the burdens of work or possessions. A world with no work, I'm listening. Are you perhaps interested in a life of non-possession? We are always ready to accept new believers. But joining the pursuers means giving up some materialistic toys, preferably in the form of cash. Why do I feel like I'm being recruited to a pyramid scheme? All clear. North platform is secured. Thank you, Public Safety Bureau. We wouldn't have made it here with no casualties without your assistance. All in the day's work, just making sure the passengers and public are safe. In fact, we owe you for ensuring public order. Thank you. I was very impressed by your close combat battle abilities today. Mine? I've never trained that before. Identifying how to control and subdue your enemy's movement in tight spaces is the basic principle of close combat. You do it instinctively. Well, she is the Hersher of... I forgot what Kiana is a Hersher of. But yeah, she's from the Kaslana bloodline, so of course she knows how to fight in close quarters. I've always thought your ability to evaluate and react to situation was even better than any SRT students. You embody the public safety's reputation for speed and efficiency. That's why I find you very impressive, Kirino. Impressive? Me? It's always just been a habit of mine to move as efficiently as possible so I could finish my patrol quickly and hit my go-to eateries. But of course, I take immense pride and care in my work as a member of Bakery's Public Safety Bureau. Yes, we're under your care as residents of the park. Then I leave the rest to you. Understood! Sensei, this way. The vertical stairs Kirino described lead to this hallway. The incline is steep, so watch your step. This place feels off. Shoddy railing and finishing seem to indicate as an unfinished or rushed construction job, but the building has fully functional utilities. Look, it's a used infrared chemical light. They must have entered the underground facility through here. What's a chemical light for? It's used by special ops in the dark areas for identification and signaling. In other words, our Fox counterparts have likely set up a trap for us ahead. I'm setting up a breach charge on the door to secure our entry, Sensei. Stand clear. Okay, take cover, Sensei. Ooh. What is this? Damn the OST! A military hangar. The elevators and rail systems are made for transporting military gear. A hangar of this scale, it could support a sizable military force. Why here though? Underneath a popular, well-frequented subway station. I've been trying to figure that out too. Typically, military outposts are built far away from cities or residential areas, usually in undeveloped areas outside of the city limits. But technically, if you built one in the middle of a city like this hangar, you would save a fortune in management and transportation costs. And being under a station, they could easily deploy troops to every corner of DU in a state of emergency. I finally understand why Kaiser Group has had such a vested interest in Kosagi Town's redevelopment. And setting up a bomb here would wipe out all of that investment. You're right. The bomb's explosion would wipe this place off the map entirely. And it really would be like it never existed. I doubt even those who dwell in the city's underworld have caught a whip to it of it, so no one knows it's here. They had to dig deeper than anyone else was willing to go to build this place. The idea of a place where they could freely pursue their corporate ambition must have been very appealing to them. And they're willing to give it all of it up just to strike fear into the hearts of the public? That almost scares me more. Any second thoughts? No, not at all. It's like how justice only has power if you speak up for it. Hiding away your fear out of pride is as useless as an old bento in the garbage. It took getting discarded myself to learn that lesson. I won't let SRT be built with this authority that they mocked up, mooched of Kaya. The current time is 11:30, not much time left until the detonation. Our next move should be... Sensei, wait! This is hostile territory. Rushing in blindly would be deadly. I'll send a drone ahead of us to do some scouting. Activating the drone now. Sniper. Typical sniper. Based on the depth of the bolt hole and the speed of the projectile, the sniper is equipped with a 12.7mm anti-material rifle, Otogi's specialty. Against anyone else, I might take the risk of moving forward, but against Otogi that would be suicide. Even I wouldn't be able to take a direct hit from an anti-material rifle. If we had a point woman who had some ballistic armor at least. Oh, so now that you need us, you remember us? That can't be. Yeah, let's go! At least when I was leader, I only left Mio behind. Who forgets all three of their squad members? I can't believe you just left Miyako. Way to leave us out of the loop. You could have at least asked if we wanted to come. I didn't think. I'm sorry, everyone. I couldn't ask more of you. I've really asked too much. Too much? How? You all have made sacrifices for our squad over and over and over. I couldn't ask you to do it again. I would have been asking you to give up your regimented schedules, unlimited access to firepower, to every kind of creature comfort you enjoy. I couldn't do it. After everything we've already been through, I couldn't ask you to abandon your lives for my vision of justice. Really now? You really are a stubborn squad leader. Miyako, it's not just your sense of justice, we all feel the same way. We were all enchanted by the Spock Squad. Their rigid discipline never swayed no matter the situation. The way criminals fell before them, one after the other. And the courage that never wavered no matter how daunting the obstacle. I'm scared of everything, but not when I'm with you guys. Fireworks start to get boring after a couple of nights, honestly. I need the thrill of cutting into our limited supplies. I have learned recently there's a lot to learn about the world that isn't in my textbooks. We'll fight for SRT's justice by your side, Miyako. Thank you. Final gear check. Once everyone's ready, follow my lead. I love this OST so much. Going toe-to-toe with the Fox Squad. Oh jeez. I got you. It's like we're about to dive into a pitch black cave and we know Cthulhu's in there somewhere. There was a scene like that in that novel. Yeah, that Trinity one about the Monty Python! Again! Reference! That Trinity one about the rabbit who pays a group of knights. Those knights saw a message upon entering the rabbit's shadowy lair. Only the brave and true shall find their way in Caerbannog's cave. And then the ending, there was a like, bro, Monty Python and the quest for the Holy Grail. I think that was the title. It's such a goated movie, to be honest. Way ahead of its time. I've always liked that story. Have you decided on an operation name yet? Oh, I didn't think of one at all. Well, it seems rather timely to me. Why don't we name the operation after the story then? I like it. Me too. In that case, Operation Rabbit of Caerbannog, commence! My god, this is so hype! This is so hype! Let's fucking go!
作戦開始。ポジション変更します。ポジションを変更します。ポジションを変更します。援護します。
No.
無意味な抵抗。いやー、ゾクゾクするね。少し本気を出します。援護射撃お願いします。これは痛いぞ。クリア。前進します。ポジションを変更します。 無意味。
ハーネスの準
Oh my
備
god.
完了。
That's going to miss!
援護します。よし、本気を出せ。ポジション変更します。クリア。
The rabbit has walked into the snare. Fox 1, commencing operation. All units maintain positions and report. This is Fox 4. I just found a drone near Alpha. I was worried for a second they were going to charge and guns blazing. Glad Miyako's not a dummy. They've been twiddling their thumbs since then though. What's their play here? Keep your eyes peeled, Fox 4. They might be rookies but they're still SRT. Copy. I compromise after that shot. We'll reposition and report. This is Fox 3, currently at Point Lima. I'm covering the central elevator right now. Their entrance is funneled by the guardrails, so I've got this choke point under control. Even if they lock out and dodge a shot, they can't just ignore my shield and run through. Fox 3, I've got a problem with that what you said actually. Dodge a shot? You think they're gonna dodge one of my shots? I trust you so much I'd run into battlefield blindfolded if you had my back, but what if they try to burst? I'd be less concerned if your gun had 4 barrels. Huh, a quad barrel rifle would actually make it a breeze, huh? Fox 4, back up Fox 3. Pin those targets down. You know Otogi is watching them now. I expect Miyako is trying to figure out how to circumvent her right now. Worst case, they take us off guard and find a way to avoid us altogether. The crux of the Spec Ops is managing the unpredictable and capitalizing on our strategic advantages. We have the upper hand right now, given our positional and gear advantage. As long as we respond flexibly as the battle unfolds, our operation should be a success. That's our Yukino! Not like it's a surprise, no one plans on op better than our leader. It'll always be to hell and back again for the Fox 1. Focus everyone, it won't be much longer now. Fox 2 reporting in. I've turned the remote control for the central elevator offline. If it's offline, Moe can hack it to control the elevator no matter what trick she tries. Am I overdoing it? I have a lot of faith in our juniors but I don't know if they'd make it this far. You're not. It's like I always say, worst case scenario. Yukino, do you really think they could do it? Beat us? It's within the realm of possibility. If they do push through Fox 2 to the center, rendezvous on ground level and await orders. Huh? Should we regroup with you, Fox 1? Even if we're compromised, we can back up and provide support from the rear. No, if they take the operations room, we've failed. If they push through, secure an escape route for a quick retreat. I can see the logic, but Kurumi, I'm sure she has her reasons. Fox 1, you can't be... That was an order, Nico. SRT doesn't question orders. Copy. Man. Our mission. Either retrieve or disarm the thermobaric warhead to prevent Fox Squad from detonating it. The warhead is being held in a silo, but the detonation will be triggered from inside the operations room below. To disarm the warhead, we need to take the operations room. Easier said than done. She's right. The operations room is deep within the silo, so the only way to access it is through the central elevator. To make matters worse, it's an all open air from here to the elevator. Otogi will have a field day. I've already counted 13 good hiding spots. She could be anywhere. Normally, we take out the sniper, then proceed, but we don't have much time until the detonation. So we'll have to take a full force assault. Don't give them a second to think. Yukino has that battlefield managed down to the millimeter. So the only way we'll win is if we pressure them enough to make a mistake. We have to burst in hard and fast. Anything else? Yes, here. I would wager an enemy unit is stationed at Point Lima. Rabbit 2, neutralize that unit, secure the central elevator's controls. Rabbit 3, hack the elevator as soon as you get the clear. it'll be Snap. What about me? Rabbit 4, take cover here on the outer stairs, wait for Rabbit 2 to bait out the sniper's shot and triangulate their position. I can do that no problem, but won't Saki get hurt? I'm your point woman, Rabbit 4. This is what I'm made for. And look at this helmet and ballistic armor. Even if I do get hit, it'll be like being knocked by a feather. Okay. That's all fine and dandy, but what's our plan B? If Saki goes down, if I fail hacking the elevator, if Miyu doesn't locate the sniper in time, what do we do? There's no plan B. What? Why? We don't need one. You are all members under my leadership of the Rabbit Squad. How would the fastest, strongest, and most dedicated Special Forces squad I've ever met lose? So trust each other and execute the sight, knowing that you'll succeed. Because I believe in every one of you. Oh jeez, Miyako, of all your harebrained schemes, this one really takes the cake. Did I not deliver it well? Oh no, the switch was too much, wasn't it? Well, harebrained or not, my squad leader's given me an order. Rabbit 2, copy that. Moy, Miyu, cover my 6, will you? Let's go! Dan, commence operation. Oh. Oh, come on. You couldn't have made Miyu's skill first? I'll wait for it. Come on.
SRT に入らなければよかった。
援護射撃開始。
下がってください。援護します。少し本当ですね。綺麗。
Maybe I should prioritize Nico. Ah, it's ano. It's a fix. It's a fixed fight. No wonder I was like, the heck? Why doesn't it do any damage? Charge! Fox 3, I do believe that's your junior running around like a chicken with its head cut off. She's really just running out in the open knowing I'm here. She really is your mini-me. Even I wasn't that dumb as a freshman. I've got eyes. Want me to give her a little lesson? Hold up, Fox 1 said they were planning for you being here and how to handle you. And I think I'd like to have a little talk with my junior. Point woman to point woman. Just watch my back, Fox 4. Copy. Huh? What a coincidence. Do you come here often? How many times have I told you, keep a low profile in my enemy territory. Information is your best weapon on the field and you just handed it over to us. Seems like you need a refresher course, Saki. Because I was really going to sneak down this narrow hallway knowing you guys were watching every inch of it. I'd rather take the fight against your .45 caliber pistol than Otogi's sniping. Right, fine. You need to close the distance one way or another. But today, I'm our squad shield. Let's see who the better point woman is, Saki. Don't get caught off guard though. Your close combat improved quite a bit in a short time. Smart move using the butt of your gun instead of pulling out secondary while dodging threats. Yeah, one of my old seniors taught that to me. Write down all my lessons, did you? There never was anyone who could top you when it came to academics. I'm a bit disappointed to be saying goodbye to such a promising protege. That's fine because you've disappointed me plenty. How could you, Kurumi? The revival of SRT means nothing if it's built on the blood of the civilians we're supposed to protect. Tools don't question the user's instinct. You're in battle. Focus. If you're going to point that gun at someone, you had better be ready to shoot it. I don't need to engage here. I'll keep my distance and have her use up as much ammo as I can. Hey Saki, look here please. Cheese. Seriously? You're too honest, Saki. Every move, every stance, it's all textbook. You're too easy to read. Some people's dispositions just aren't meant for this line of work. I think you might just have the wrong impression of me. Unfounded confidence doesn't suit you, Saki. What makes you think could... Ah, your greenhorn sniper. That one's gonna save you all? She'll get one lucky shot off at most. She might get me with that one shot, but Otogi will locate and take her down faster than you can say rabbit. You seem to trust your squad mates a lot, huh? Where are you going with this? I wouldn't underestimate our sniper. Yup. Sure, she's probably not going to win on a hand-to-hand fight. Into you, she might look weak or timid, but she's the best damn sniper in Kobotos. True! Now that I think about it, why hasn't Otogi given you any cover fire yet? That's that's not fair like her. I would say Miu did score first play and is in infiltration and stealth every single time. Fox 4, come in! Fox 4! What's up? I'm just chilling. You told me to hold my fire, didn't you? I had to confirm. For a second there, I thought... Oh! What was it you said again? Oh yeah, if you're going to point that gun at someone, you had better be ready to shoot it. Looks like Fox Squad's spawns aren't all that they're chalked up to be, huh? Fox 3 is down. Kurumi tries too hard to look good in front of the rabbits. It always backfires. Well, guess I'm on clean out duty then. Deco drone deployed. ECCM prep check. No sniper sneaking up on this girl. Now then, where's that crazy little point woman? I haven't seen or heard anything about Rabbit Sniper in a while. Well, I'm actually right here. What the? Since when? How? I actually came up here to find a spot too. But then I got here and you were here first. I was trying to figure out how to tell you I was here, but you seemed really focused. It'd be one thing if you had snuck your way over here somehow, but you were just standing behind me and I didn't notice you? Are you a ghost? You need someone to fulfill your last wish so you can move on or something? You kind of fade into the background a lot. I'm sure one day even my squad mates wouldn't notice if I'm there or not. They actually did once in the middle of mission. But well, sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it lets me be useful to my squad mates. Like this. I'm really sorry. Let's talk about this. Damn. Miyu, for once, is actually scaring me. Aside from that egg dojin she has. Fox 3 and 4 are down. I didn't expect them to put up this much of a fight. Taking the central elevator controls offline was the right call. I can't get a signal. Did she turn the dang thing off? It looks like it's out of service. After all, a good operation plan expects the unexpected. Nico, you're behind this, aren't you? You can sneak your way past any security system if you have the time to do it. I figured the best defense would be to stop you before you could even try. That's just crafty. It's the only way down the operations room and you can't hack your way in for once. What will you do, Moe? The longer you dilly-dally here, the closer and closer Kaiser reinforcements get. In other words, it's time for my darling underclassmen to go home. So you're saying it's a no-go electronically? You're not crafty enough, Nico. You tunnel visioned all my computer skills and forgot the rest of my file. You can bluff all you want, Moe. There's no way for you to get through. Plus, busting through a sovereign door, forcing its reinforced material to bend to my will, gives me a thrill just thinking about it. I don't know what you're thinking, but doors are fully electronic. There's no way you can punch through it with the power of line. If something doesn't blow up the first time, blow it up again, and again, and again! No way I can punch through. No way my little babies can blow up one little door. Let's begin. I have 10 pounds of Semtex. I had never set up that much Semtex at once. It's time for a show. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's gonna blow more than the door. It'll hit everything and everyone around it. Meh, my team stopped. They'll deal. You have to be dropping. There's no way you would take such a risky maneuver in that space. That's the most illogical... Boom goes the dynamite! That overshot opening the door by a bit. Obliterated may be a better way to say it. I did give her free reign, so I guess I should have seen that coming. Well, if we're surprised, imagine how the Spock squad probably feels right now. I guess Moe's utter need for chaos and destruction can have its benefits. Are you really sassing the one who just single-handedly saved this mission? I meant it in a good way, alright? Seriously, good one. You pulled through too, Rabbit 2. Elevator's clear. I'm rappelling down to control room. Secure yourself to the cable and follow me. Going in! Fox 3, the rabbits have passed Point Lima. I'm sorry. Fox 4, same, but in my defense, that Mew girl defies common sense. You're out sniper support. Fox 2, the rabbits have reached the elevator and are rappelling to Point Oscar. They melted through our plans. We need to regroup. Copy. Fox 1 will defend the front line alone. Fox 2 regroup with the other squad members and secure our retreat. Fox 2, come in. Fox 2. Fox Squad, answer. I'm cut off. It must have been from the explosion earlier. At least this way I can keep some secrets. Well, let's go greet my precious juniors. Rabbit 1, arrive at the destination. How are you doing, Sensei? Besides having to be carried down here, yup, all good, just a little tied up right now. No injuries, good. Rabbit 2, arrive at the destination. Is the control room straight ahead? Yup, just keep going down and you'll hit it. Yugano isn't going to let us just waltz in. Don't let your guard down. Check your gear and then... Very good work, Squad Leader Tsukiyuki. Yukino! I'm sure you're aware... Typo... Time for my overused joke to come into place!
What the fuck is that?
Sure you're aware of the current circumstances. Let's not drag this out any longer. We've won, so please surrender quietly. Your inexperience is showing. The moment we entered the silo before you did, the result was already decided. What are you saying? This is the remote detonator for the warhead. The moment you enter the control room, I'll trigger the explosion. Every one of us in here will die, but the Fox Squad will have completed its mission. Why would you willingly sign your own death warrant? Weapons don't have souls, lives. Those things are insignificant. I am SRT. I will complete my mission. That is my purpose. I'll grant you one last mercy as a fellow SRT student. Leave now. Sensei, you don't want to give up, do you? You're right. Because we are SRT2, we'll do whatever it takes to complete our mission. I'm right by your side, Miyako. You seriously believe with chicken out at a feeble threat like this? Like that? If anyone's going to push that button, it's going to be me. We'll fight for the SRT we believe in. Units, cover all sides. Rabbit Squad, reach the control room.
Minasan, 警戒は怠らないように。先生、ご指示を。ポジションを変更します。無意味な抵抗です。ポジションを変更します。援護します。ポジションを変更します。本気を出します。援護射撃お願いします。援護射撃開始。ポジションを変更します。これは痛いぞ。ポジション変更します。援護射撃お願いします。私ここにいてもいいのでしょうか。
Warning, warning, security system offline. Security manager, seal partitions and secure classified documents. Intruder has not been apprehended. Why am I still here? I only followed my orders to bring back SRT Academy. What am I doing here holding a detonator? Transitioning to status level Z. Security manager, seal partitions and secure classified documents. No need to overanalyze this. I just have to sort what's necessary for this mission and throw out everything else like I always do. The mission's objective is to trigger this warhead. Kept you waiting, huh? Fox 4, what are you doing here? I got held up trying to evade our underclassmen via the ventilation system. It seems like our Sector W isn't sealed even during an emergency. I'm still hurting. Did you see Saki? She shot me 5 times after I was down. I taught her to always make sure your opponent is neutralized, but that's a bit excessive. She had to ensure her squad wouldn't get shot in the back by her carelessness. Saki did her job as a front woman. Why? Why didn't you retreat? Huh? Because our squad leader is still here? I ordered you to return to the surface if the enemy breaches our defenses. It was painfully obvious you were going to blow yourself and everything else up as soon as we left. The complete disregard for your own life, Yukino. It had nothing to do with the success of the mission. There was no need for you to... Of course there was a need. We need you. Not because you're a leader, but because you're a friend. And friends should shoulder things together. Every bad thing you've done, Yukino, we've done right alongside you. So we're going to face every consequence right by your side too. That's not the way a special forces veteran should be speaking. I'm the one who makes the final call for this squad every time, so the responsibility for our actions falls on me as well. Yukino, I never liked this operation much. You've done with awful things in the name of bringing back the SRT Academy. I'm ashamed at how much we've compromised SRT's justice for our goal. None of us would be able to stand adding the shame of letting our squad leader sacrifice herself for a mission we all took together. But I also know that we've gone too far to stop now. We can't let our underclassmen shoulder this responsibility either. We'll bear the cross of the dishonor we brought to SRT and finish this, so we can send those rabbits back to their rightful home. I get it. This is all. For the rebirth of the SRT Academy. I like how Sake all immediately
次の敵は
goes
どこ
back to the chopper. And speaking of chopper,
変更します
how does a chopper go underground? Prioritize her.
すみません無理にさせてください
火力支援を始める。
無意味な抵抗です
これは痛いぞ。
援護しますファイヤーさあ派手に行こうかソーリン衝撃に注意してください援護します
Fun.
これだからやめられない先行弾投下します皆さん下がってください本当ですすみません無理にさせてください援護します
火力支援を始める。
少し
これは痛いぞ。
応急ですドローン稼働援護をお願いしますクリア
Ugh. The shockwave, the detonator. I got it, the detonator. I secured the detonator. Great job, Sensei. Don't lose focus on the battlefield, Tsukiyuki. I'm right here. You're always full of openings. If I were grading you, that would have been a fail. Luckily, you don't get to test me in real life. You're the one who taught me how different reality is from our books, and I've learned that in reality, justice will win as long as you have the resolve to fight for it. Justice will win? Resolve? Sometimes it feels as if you're willfully refusing to grow up. If reality played by your idealistic little rules, we wouldn't be here in the first place. Let me teach you your next lesson, then. Reality has a habit of destroying people's dreams. Foxtrot. That sounds like a flashbang. Gotcha! A good old punch. You were right about one thing. By headbutting instead of using my hands, I sped up my response time by half a second. Stand down, Fox 1. For someone who usually does exactly as she's told, why did you stop listening to me? What do you mean? I told you I would trigger the warhead if you set foot in the control room. I wasn't bluffing. I was fully prepared to give my life for this mission. So why did you press on without a second thought? It never even crossed my mind that you'd really risk all our lives like that. You told me before that all of this, the crimes, the suffering was for the future students of SRT, someone that interested in tomorrow. Just didn't seem like she would just let the people who look after her most die. I showed you the world's harsh truths. I drilled into you that it's better to play dirty and win than play fair and lose. And still you trust me? You once said something else. That no matter the obstacle, SRT's justice never wavers. Even if it starts to dim under the world's darkness, it will always shine through at the end. It was your beliefs that gave me the strength to stand up for my own. It was our dream to be like the Fox Squad. Why would we ever have walked down such a treacherous path if we didn't believe in the future it led to? So don't walk out on us now. We've strayed from our path. We were given immense power but lacked guidance. After the General Student Council President vanished, we searched for direction. Someone else who could shoulder our responsibilities. But we didn't find someone like that. Instead of relinquishing the power like we should have, we clung to it, desperate. And now, at the end of the road, I'm faced with a ghost from the past. How ironic. Squad Leader Tsukiyuki, this warhead needs to go off. It's time I close this chapter and face the consequences of my actions. So please, just get out of here. Yuki no! It's hard to take responsibility. I can understand that. But what you're doing right now is running away from it. I can't let you do that. Sensei, it might be hard for you to relate. You've always balanced power with responsibility so well. But if you were in our shoes, what would you do? I'd go to sleep, then tomorrow would come. Tomorrow? How would that make a difference? History would just repeat itself. Obsolete weapons should be scrapped, not saved for the next day. But you're not a tool. You've never been a tool. The great thing about people is they can always do better next time. That can be one dialogue. Next time? After everything we've done, is there even a remote possibility of a second chance? Always. If you don't know something, you learn about it. If you feel stuck, you ask for help getting out. If you're struggling, you lean on those around you. This can just be one dialogue. Until you become an adult and can take full responsibility, the people around you will help shoulder it. Until I do. We still have a lot of growing up to do, don't we? Saki got me again. That was definitely on purpose. That's why I told you to add another layer ballistic plating on your chest. But it's hard to breathe with that extra layer, especially in combat. Not like there's much there to protect anyway. Oh! Shut up! Hey, you can't call someone flat when you're flat. So you failed, Fox 1. I did. Is Sensei as weird as they say? As weird as they come. But I think with an adult like Sensei around, we might be okay. Hey. This is our last squad leader, Tsukiki. Foxwad is officially waving the white flag. We're putting our faith in you. Prove to us we didn't make the wrong decision in choosing tomorrow. Nothing like the aroma of Esmeralda coffee after a late brunch. It's almost a shame to use such rare, decadent beans, but for today, celebration calls for some luxuries. Let's see. We should be getting reports about the explosion at Kawasagi Station soon. Yes, this is Acting General Student Council President Shirano Ikaya. General, I was waiting for your call. Everything squared away at Kawasagi Station? What? What do you mean the Fox Squad failed? And now the Rabbit Squad is fully armed and heading to the council building with Shari Sensei? Slow down, General. What do you mean the SRT members rolled over your guys? Sensei was helping them? We paid you a premium, damn it! Why can't anyone do their jobs? Ow, that was loud in my ears. This is Rabbit 1. Oh wait, the OST is energy field, let's go! This is Rabbit 1, just arrived at a northbound arterial line. Rabbit 2, area's been scouted, all clear. This is Rabbit 3, I reported the incident to the Highlander Railroad Academy. And they've crossed off all lines. You're clear for the next hour, so keep pushing forward. Copy. Rabbit 2, Rabbit 4, speed is of the essence here. The target will try to escape, so we need to get the General Student Council ASAP. Alright, let's go. The infamous foxes were hunted by their prey. Pathetic. To think a premier squad could be bitten by some greenhorns. As if you could beat us, General. Thank heavens I positioned the Kaiser Special Ops here as backup. They were our ace against those foxes, but I bet they can handle rabbits just as well. I never make the same mistake twice. I have backup plans X, Y, and Z. And so, do your worst, Sensei. Bro, history repeats itself. These fucking bitches. Tango down. All bark and no bite. Good job. Keep the pace. I'm sorry. Did Miu just step on them on purpose? Sorry. We're in a rush. What the? You think you won, SRT? This isn't over. A fucking clown.
Minasan, 警戒は怠らないように。先生、ご指示を。次の敵はどこですか？私にはこの空間がちょうどいいの。これだからやめられない。前進します。
That was so easy.
これは痛いぞ。皆さん、下がってください。これだからやめられない。前進します。
I don't have to worry, bro. This is so easy.
先行弾投下します。
Can I reach? Come on, Miu.
私にはこれ援護射撃開始。きれい。クリア。
Listen up! We have terrorists en route to the General Student Council building. I need reinforcements from the Public Peace Bureau, Security Bureau, anywhere you can spare them. Most of the students of the Public Peace Bureau are on probation, and the Security Bureau is mostly empty due to the new orders. Fine, send some people from the Public Safety Bureau. We need bodies out here now. If you don't send backup, I swear I'll personally make sure that the bulk of police call is removed. You were saying? SRT, everyone drop your weapons and step back. This is Rabbit 1. We've detained the suspect, identified as Shiranui Kaya. Shiranui Kaya, we have evidence pointing to your involvement in the conspiracy to destroy Kawasagi Station. You have been accused of conspiring to commit acts of terror upon the citizens, selling confidential council data to a private corporation, bribing executives with authority and money, and abusing the office of acting president for personal gain. All accusations fall under exceptions to the acting president's immunity to arrest. In the name of the SRT Academy, you are under arrest for rebellion, dereliction of duty, and abuse of authority and bribery. How dare you! Some SRT rookies arresting me, the Chief of Defense and acting General Student Council President? Situations like this are exactly what SRT is for. The jig is up, Kaya. It's time to face the music. Sensei, can we talk privately? Hey, yo. I mean, hey, I don't mind. Maybe my previous offer was inadequate. In hindsight, perhaps it was presumptuous to try and manage someone of your stature who's already done so much in keeping Kibotos running. I'm sincerely sorry. We can pretend that never happened. In exchange, you'll have my full support. Resources, manpower. Wait. Kaya, did you just hug us? Hug me? Hey. Manpower, whatever Shelly needs. If required, I'll personally visit Shelly and assist you in Hey, yo. Just tell me what you need. Hey, yo, I like that face. I like that face. Kaya? Marry me, please. Joke. Yes. Your apology shouldn't be directed at me. If it's the students you've wronged will deserve your remorse. Right. I'll do whatever you say. Just tell me what to start with. Officer Rin? You're missing the point. Acting President, are you alright? Athletic Director, thank goodness. I knew I could count on my allies to have my back. Wait, why is Sensei with those SRT freshmen? I don't know how they brainwash you, Sensei, but they're not worth your trust. They're swindlers that only care about money. They took bribes from Chief Officer Rin to discredit and... Heine. I appreciate your... what you think you're doing is right, but you have a misunderstanding here, Heine. Exactly! Officer Rin is a real puppet master here. She's always tried to undermine me, her with her stupid ample assets. Seriously? That's you? Wait. Bruh. That's your issue with her? Your jealousy boiled down to that? You know, it kind of made sense. I thought there was something about it that felt personal. What are you trying to say, Four Eyes? Miyako, play the recording Fox Squad gave us. On it. Nice work, Squad Leader Yukino. This mission should shift the climate with the General Student Council. There might be some negative backlash toward SRT at first, but pay it no mind. Once I'm acting president, no one will dare criticize you. The athletic director is injured? Oh, you mean that klutz? She's always just running around causing trouble for everyone. Small price to pay, really. Nothing to worry about. What did I just hear? Did you claim to know nothing about Fox Squad's plans, Chief Kaya? Well, that's... a permanent Kivoto's field day. What other idiotic plans are gonna come out of her mouth? After this is done, I'm overhauling the athletics department and putting it under the purview of the culture office. Yes, Secretary, how can I assist? We're short on onigiri for the meeting? Look, not my problem, handle it. Bruh, it's the onigiri that's gonna get Heine mad. This can be explained. It's all a setup. Clearly another one of Officer Rin's schemes. To think you viewed me so lowly. Aww. Poor Heine. The gateball tourney was really hard for me, especially after injuring my arm in that ambush. I don't need an acting anything was... Hey, let's go. And welcome school. I don't need an acting anything who spits on athletics. Impeach her! We're now at the end. Hello, Mai. Good evening, it's Kazamaki Mai from Kronos Journalism Academy. Today on Kazamaki's current events, we're discussing the shakeup in the General Student Council President's office and the dastardly plot to nuke Kosagi Station. As you all well know, Chief Officer Nanagami Rin was recently ousted by Defense Chief Shiranui Kaya as acting General Student Council President in a shocking coup that turned Kivotos on its head. She didn't stay for long, however. The public's distaste grew as she implemented harsh rules and even harsher regulations. It all exploded into her eventual impeachment when it was revealed that she was the one behind the Kosagi Station terror plot. Imagine the entire world shocked. To make matters worse, further digging implicated the Kaiser Security, a branch of Kaiser Corp. It seemed they accepted hefty bribes from Kaya, putting the corporation back in the hot seat. Yet, Kaiser Group claims it's the rogue act of a single executive and has nothing to do with the company. They strongly denounce the executive's behavior. But even with the scope of this controversy ballooning every day, it's been absolute crickets from the General Student Council. Can the public trust this council at all anymore? Joining me today to discuss this very serious topic further is our expert in current affairs, Descartes. What? Hello, Descartes. What are you doing here?
Hello, I'm Descartes, leading expert on current events and head of the Pursuers of Non-Possessive Happiness, or the Pursuers.
Hello and welcome, Descartes. It seems you lead quite the eccentric group.
Oh, are you interested in joining? We in the Pursuers of Non-Possessive Happiness, or Pursuers, are...
Well, we'd love to hear more about that another time. Today we have a much more pressing issue. We've invited you here today so we can ask you about the various issues surrounding the General Student Council. First question. Chief of Staff Kaya has been adamantly denying all allegations of abusing the office for personal gain since her arrest. In fact, while she was being transported to the Corrections Bureau, she claimed, "When a real superhuman appears, you ignorant masses will finally understand." Just who or what is the superhuman that she mentioned? Chalice Sensei? Or perhaps the previous General Student Council president? If not, do you think there was another meaning to what she was saying?
Of course not. If there was really some superhuman that could control the council and everyone else, Kaya never would have fallen to such shady dealings to get what she wanted. It's nothing more than the mad rantings of a loser. I won't give her words any meaning.
I see. Next question, then. When Principal Kaya was arrested, there were sightings of students in unfamiliar uniforms being detained and escorted away. Despite questions and rumors flying, nothing has been confirmed about the identity of these students. Some gossip even suggest they might be from the disbanded SRT Academy.
That's utter nonsense!
Why do you say that?
The SRT Academy students are the ones who bravely fought alongside the oppressed as we rose up against Kaiser's corruption. It's absurd to think that these courageous pupils will be associated with such a scandal. While I can't disclose my informants, I can confidently state that these rumors about them from being the SRT Academy are totally baseless. I can bet my expired yakiniku bento on that.
If you bet something so gross, it seems like you're not confident at all. We might have to pass on that one. And for our last question, what was Chief Kaya's motive for summoning Chalice Sensei during her public address? Given it was via a public broadcast, it's evident that Defense Chief Kaya had no intentions of concealing her association with the teacher. Was her aim to exert control over Chalice and increase her influence over Kivotos? That one's simple. What Chief Kaya said were likely... Descartes. As much as I like you, bro, you're very dumb. Expired bentos? Correct, even the low food traffic at the store, leftovers are inevitable. Any observer would be tempted by the sight of piles and piles of expired bentos. That is exactly why bentos deliveries to Chalice's convenience store were blocked during Kaya's reign. The bento negotiations must have fallen through. But folks, fret not. You can still get your hands on those lunches without any dealings with the General Student Council. By joining the Pursuers, you'll get a complimentary chicken bone karage and a mung bean sprout bento. Sorry folks, looks like a technical hiccup. We'll be back shortly.
What are you doing to me? How dare you treat me like this? I will sue.
Sorry folks, it appears our current affairs expert Descartes is pressing matters elsewhere. The rest of today's Kazamaki Mai's analysis of current events will be replaced with my Squidle Sensei. Huh? See that, folks? Where in the world did Shinon find that guy? You know, life here isn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Isn't this too different from the SRT Academy? A routine wake up, exercising in strict schedules. The only shortfall might be the absence of inarizushi during meals. Oh, just last night I had a dream about a piping hot inarizushi. Prisoner 5021, you have a special meal. A special meal? What do you mean? A gift from some anonymous sender. Must be someone pretty high in their ranks. They left you a letter too. Strange, no one outside would send me a letter. Miyako? I don't know how to say this. OO? At 0400. Rabbit Squad leader Tsukiyuki Miyako, a little late but reporting. Life in Kosagi Park has returned to normal. Rabbit Squad is operational with no injuries or exceptions. This sounds incredibly formal, doesn't it? This isn't how I wanted to talk to you. Hi, it's Miko. We've been back at Kosagi Park since the operation ended. The squad members and I debated for a little bit what we should do, but at the end of the day, this park is our home now. The only academy that holds our ideals of justice is the SRT Academy. So we'll stay here and continue fighting for SRT as the best as we can. Following Kaya's arrest, Administrator Rin reassumed the position of acting General Student Council President. Kaya's harsh orders were all withdrawn and things are finally starting to feel normal in the DU again. Administrator Rin has a lot of goodwill to ride on right now, so things are relatively quiet. Although for some reason it seems like there's never any end to conflict and problems in Kivotos. I'm sure Rin and the rest of the are going to be very busy for the next couple of months. You kept your involvement with Kaya's crimes under wraps, only the General Student Council knows. Admitting the General Student Council sought our SRT Academy's help, the same academy they closed would have been tricky, so they've been cooperating. And we didn't want to be the ones to tell the world. I felt like you should when you're ready. The Director Kana was officially credited for returning peace to Kivotos. She and the Public Peace Bureau students resumed duties quicker than anticipated because of them. I was happy to see her dedication to what she thought was right was rewarded at the end. I heard Kirino from the Public Safety Bureau was offered the spot in the Public Peace Bureau for her role in this, but she surprisingly declined. A battlefield epiphany, baby. As for Rabbit Squad, we've finally been granted official permission from the General Student Council to stay in Kosagi Park. It was a simple decision for the council since Kosagi Town obviously isn't being developed anymore. It's been really nice. We can even meet with Valkyrie students and move freely now. Life in the park definitely wasn't the easiest option. Sensei has been pretty instrumental in helping make it work though. I haven't gotten a chance to actually shower like that in so long. Thanks for letting us use Shali's facilities, Sensei. The barrel baths can be fun and all, but sometimes it's a huge chore when you just want to relax. Anytime, like I've said, feel free to use it whenever. Since we're discussing hospitality, let me raid the fridge then. Sensei, I brought the ballistics analysis from the scene but that you asked for. Boy, why do you look like that? No way you stuck over and you shot it sour by yourself. My 10th fan failed and I got really sweaty yesterday, so you came and showered without us. You traitor! Saki, the shampoo you wanted just come in. I got the shampoo with the scent that you wanted. Really? Thanks! Hang on, you've been showering here too? Who's the traitor now, huh? I mean, I get really sweaty under my helmet sometimes. I wasn't Charlie, Judy. What was I supposed to do? And I only washed my hair, I didn't use the whole thing, unlike somebody I know. It doesn't matter how much of the shower you use. Using half of it is still using it. Good morning, Sensei. Can I use the shower? It was really hot during morning patrols today. Huh? Saki? Moe? Miyako! Well, it might take a little bit of time to adapt. But with Sensei on our side, I think we'll be okay. Wait! Where's Miyu? We had to get a little creative to comply with the Corrections Bureau's regulations, but we prepared a small meal for you. It's not Nico's homemade cooking, but a store-bought Narizushi is the best we could do. That concludes my report. I hope you are well. Tsukiyuki Miyako, Rabbit Collier. I finally get a gift from an adorable underclassman, and it's a bento from a convenience store? I guess that's classic Miyako though. I'm glad to hear they're doing well. I just finished my morning run. Same, but I think my stamina is already decreasing. That took a lot out of me. Hold up, is that Inarizushi? The smell, it's divine. I might cry. Is it poisoned? Of course not, it was a gift. Call over the others and we'll share it. Let's do it. What a rare treat in the Corrections Bureau. We haven't sent this to you. Indeed. Let's say it was a gift from my tomorrow. Aww. Oh, that's such a cute. That's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, finish! It's already the end. Oh well. I guess that's the conclusion for Rabbit of Caerbannog. No more new chapters for this, I guess, because it actually said Finn. So, yeah. Anyways, that was a really long read through, but I really enjoyed it. Whew. I love this. Chapter 2 is way better than Chapter 1. My gosh. I'm gonna give it a rating of 8 out of 10. So, the rating for Chapter 1 was 6 out of 10. So, it's really good. A very good jump, I mean, from 6 to 8. Man, I don't even know what to say anymore because it's late in the night and I don't know. I can't really think clearly. So, surprisingly, the translation for this is still a little bad in some parts. Like, there are some dialogues that are so, I guess, bad grammar, but honestly, it's better than before. So, yeah. Also, that little typo that I saw earlier, man. What is Blue Archive without the typos, you know? And, anyways, that's really everything that I could say. Everyone in the Rabbit Squad is cute, especially Miyu. I really love Nico, and I really love Kaya, despite everything she did. So, yeah. I'm still not going to change how I love Kaya. Sorry for that. I'm such a simp for her. Anyways, what am I even talking about? So, I'm gonna be seeing you when the Rabbit the Summer Rabbit event comes. So yeah, whenever that comes, I'm going to see you there. So yeah, bye.